Hi, I'm Bob Rubart with the Oracle Technology Network, and my guest is Scott Spendolini. Scott is the Executive Director of Encatech, an Oracle Services company. He's an Oracle ACE Director. He's a certified Oracle Application Express developer. His latest book is Expert Oracle Application Express Security, available from A-Press. And as if you're not already feeling like a hopeless underachiever, Scott is also presenting 2 sessions at the Great Lakes Oracle Conference coming up May 12th through the 14th right here in Cleveland, Ohio. How are you, Scott?
Oh, I'm not too bad. It's a little bit rainy here in the Virginia area.
Do you need to lie down anywhere? I know you're really busy.
No, sleep is for the weak.
I'm going to write that down. I'm going to have that done on a tattoo. Okay, so you're doing both a workshop. Monday at the Great Lakes Conference is a workshop day. So you're doing a workshop, and then you're doing a regular session on I think Tuesday during the regular conference. So let's first talk about the workshop. What do you have planned?
Well, the workshop's going to be a lot of fun. From what I heard, it's going to be a full group, and we are going to spend 3 hours basically building an application in Application Express from scratch. It's not going to be the most sophisticated application, but it will have as many components as I can crunch into this 3-hour time space. So you'll be able to have a form that updates data, query data, a couple charts for a dashboard, a calendar, and then at the end, we're actually going to build a mobile version of that application that participants will be able to run from their mobile phones, whether it's an iPhone or Android device.
Cool. Now, are there prerequisites for this for people who are attending this workshop? Anything they need?
They need a laptop with Wi-Fi and a modern browser.
Okay.
We're going to put it all on a server. And just because the beauty of Apex, everything is accessed through the web browser. And, we're not doing a lot of code or anything sophisticated. So we'll be able to go through. Each student's going to get, I think, about a 65-page workbook that just steps them through everything. So if they've never used Apex before and you've never heard of Apex, they're ideal for this class.
Okay, great. So then let's talk about your regular session on Tuesday. What will you be talking about?
That one's going to focus a little bit more on security. I call it the Apex Security Primer. Really, it just goes through the built-in security constructs of the tool, which ones you should pay more attention to, which types of things you could do to prevent attacks of your applications, whether it's SQL injection or cross-site scripting, and just some general guidelines. A lot of people will start building Apex applications, and if they don't touch anything, they're pretty secure. But it's really, kind of like an autopilot. The second you turn it off, there's damage that you can do by selecting the wrong options or building things incorrectly. And really, that session is aimed at showing you what not to do as much as it is showing you what to do.
Okay, and then let's take a look into the future. I know there's other big events coming up later in the spring and summer. What's on your agenda?
I think after Glock, it's off to Kscope in Seattle.
Okay.
I believe I've got 3 or 4 sessions going on there. I'll be doing the Apex Security Primer again. We'll also be doing at the end of Kscope on Thursday an Apex Security Deep Dive, which is essentially the same topics but covered in a lot more depth, as well as some other tips and tricks. And then one of my favorite presentations, I'm going to be co-presenting with Jorge Rimblas from Encatech, is creating a business-oriented UI. There's been so much talk in the industry and the Apex community about this responsive design approach to applications.
Yeah.
And really, Jorge and I take a look at it, and there's definitely a use case for that. And there's definitely a type of customer for that. Most Apex projects don't quite fit in that use case. And the reason is that if I'm building a business application, you're at a desk in an office, and that's where you're going to run it from. I don't have to worry about 15 different flavors of Android devices or different mobile devices. You may be processing a very sophisticated invoice, and that invoice is just not going to fit on this phone. No matter how hard I try, it's just not going to work.
Yeah.
So we give people in this session tips on things you can do to make it a little bit more friendly with different size browsers, but we make a few assumptions. You're running on a desktop, you've got some sort of modern browser, and you've got a pretty good size screen. But there's a lot of little tips in that session that people really like.
I've been talking with Oracle ACE Director and Enkatech Executive Director Scott Spendolini, one of a small army of presenters at the 2014 Great Lakes Oracle Conference, May 12th through the 14th in Cleveland, Ohio. And of course, he'll be part of K-Scope in Seattle coming up in June. Scott, thanks for your time.
No, thank you.